The state legislature of North Carolina basically has gone off the deep end. Not only did they pass HB2, which quote unquote is known as the bathroom law, but it's a hell of a lot more than just a bathroom law. In case you are not aware of everything that's within HB2, it's not just a law that basically allows discrimination against transgender people, but it's also a law that restricts the right of any city within North Carolina to increase its minimum wage above the federal minimum wage, like cities such as New York and Seattle and the state of California have done. It also restricts the right of someone to sue for discrimination in certain categories. And it further restricts the right for cities to create laws directly in opposition to the state. So that's HB2 in North Carolina. Now they are attacking the historically black colleges and universities, of which there are 5 in the state of North Carolina. This particular story really irked me, and the one portion other than the tuition issue was the fact that they were going to try to force an HBCU university to change its name. What the hell does changing a school's name have to do with the price of tea in China? They basically are trying to obliterate the history of that particular university. Anyway, let me play the clip from News One now, and then I guess I'll comment at the very end of the clip.
We've been following, that is higher education in North Carolina. A Senate bill proposed that will literally lower the tuition of 5 state universities, including 3 HBCUs, to $1,000 a year. Many say that is targeting HBCUs. The schools: the University of North Carolina at Pembroke, Western Carolina University, Elizabeth City State University, Winston-Salem State University, Fayetteville State University. Now, the last 3, of course, HBCUs. Now, supporters say the Access to Affordable College Education Act is all about meeting the constitutional requirement to a free, if possible, public education. But the question is, why are these schools being targeted? Critics say decreasing the tuition will cause those states to lose millions of dollars, schools to lose millions of dollars, but the state says they're going to actually replenish those university budgets, even though they've been cutting education. Joining us via Skype, President of the North Carolina NAACP Conference and North Carolina Central University alum, Reverend William Barber. In the studio with us, Vice President for Government Affairs of the Thurgood Marshall College Fund and Hampton University grad, Edith Bartley. On the phone, Congressman representing the 1st District of North Carolina and also a North Carolina Central grad, G.K. Butterfield. Congressman Butterfield, I want to start with you. Your assessment of this bill, this Senate bill.
Thank you. Good morning, Roland. You know, when you think Republicans in North Carolina have reached their limit, they find a higher place to go. This is a thinly veiled attempt to just target HBCUs in our state. We have 5 HBCUs in North Carolina that are state supported, and this bill is now targeting 3 of those 5. It is a shame that they are using the cost of education as an excuse to try to eliminate these HBCUs. They've been trying to do it for a long time, and now to label this bill as an Access to Affordable College Education Act is absolutely despicable. And I know that the NAACP and the Thurgood Marshall Fund and all of us who are interested in HBCUs are going to really take this seriously, and we're going to challenge it. They want to reduce tuition to $500 a semester. Most of our HBCUs, the tuition hovers around $3,000 per semester, but to reduce it to $500 will deprive these institutions of $60 million million, and there's no mechanism in the bill for replacing that revenue. It's all about eliminating HBCUs, and our students need to understand what it's all about, and we need to fight back.
Reverend Barber.
Sir, good morning.
Your assessment of this bill.
Well, you have to, first of all, assess the people who are doing this, and they are extremists. They cut $1 billion from public education, took us lower to Mississippi. This is the same group that passed the so-called voter integrity law, which is actually the worst voter suppression law in the country. This is the group that said in order to help people get health care, they denied Medicaid expansion to 500,000 people. So they are masters at deception. They passed a voucher program in North Carolina claiming that it was going to give more access to black people and poor people to private schools when they know it was just a transfer of money. This is classic underdevelopment. HBCUs have never been fully funded as they should have been in North Carolina. If you cut this tuition, you then cut revenue. This is the same legislature that has already cut money to state-supported schools, particularly colleges. And also the same group that's against even students being able to borrow money for college at lower interest rate. This is a direct attack. They tried the last term to do this simply to Elizabeth City State University. Now they are targeting these 4 schools. They want to also change the names. They want to change the legacy. They want to underdevelop these schools further and really create a kind of demise. In essence, what they're talking about is the tuition being something like a community college, which means they have really no respect. The Republicans, and I heard GK say Republicans, they're not even Republicans. These folks are so extreme in what they're doing. This is the same group that just passed the HB2 hate bill that denies even people the ability to file employment discrimination cases in state court, and says that cities and municipalities cannot even require their contractors to have minorities set aside, raise the living wage, pay sick leave and vacation leave. So we not only have to fight in North Carolina, because this, I believe, Martin, lastly, they try, Alec and the Tea Party, they try things in North Carolina to see if they can do it here. And they know if they could win here without a fight, they will push it around the rest of the country.
Right, so access and affordability are certainly important to HBCUs and the communities that they serve, but this bill has a lot of ambiguity, and it's not clear how we'll actually reach the outcome that the drafters have expressed that they're trying to reach. We certainly at Thurgood Marshall College Fund have a concern over changing names of schools. People decide to go and attend a school based on the historical significance. The names mean something. We don't understand why in the world we try to change names of HBCUs. We've seen names change. Hampton University was Hampton Institute at one time. Tennessee State was Tennessee State Institute as well. But changing names without looking at the impact. And also we'd like to see a financial impact and assessment of what this bill will do to the universities and the students that they serve.
Well, we plan to stay on top of this, and so we certainly appreciate it. We'll keep putting pressure to get those answers to those questions. Congressman G.K. Butterfield, thanks a bunch. Reverend William Barber, thanks a bunch as well. And so either certainly whatever lobbying plans are, be sure to let us know.
We will, and we're looking forward to working with newly in place Margaret Spellings, who's over the system, as well as the leadership of HBCUs. Margaret Spellings is very supportive of HBCUs. She hasn't taken a position on this bill, and so we're waiting to hear.
Okay, we appreciate it. Thanks so much. Coming up next.
All right, so you make your own call. I would go along with them reducing the tuition if they could lock in funding within the bill, i.e., no matter what happens, the schools get a specific amount of money. But they obviously are not going to do that because that's a budgetary matter. So they want to try to camouflage making colleges more affordable, but I wonder why they're not making the University of North Carolina more affordable for people, because they damn sure aren't going to drop the tuition there. So they basically are trying to, on the one hand, offer education opportunities to people, but on the backside, starve the actual educational facilities by not giving them the resources necessary in order to provide a quality education.